Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, to Corona segment where we discuss issues. Today I want us to talk about, as it's holidays and I'm sure most people are going home. When I say home, I mean where their parents are based. Today I want us to talk about us who've got elderly parents who needs to be taken care of. I think in a society, there's an expectation that when a son in a home, he marries a wife, it is expected that she must take care of his parents, take care of them even when they are older and everything. But I want us to think about this issue and digest it fully, because I find it not being an easy topic, and it's something that I think we need to discuss as family. What is the way forward when our parents are getting older? I know with Black people, putting our parents in an old age home, it's a no-go area. But what I want to talk about is the expectation of that the daughter-in-law, she needs to be the one to take care of your mother. Do you really think that your wife or the daughter-in-law has got the capacity to take care of your aging parents? That is the question that I think you need to ask yourself and be fair about it. The reason I'm saying that, because I've noticed, because most of us, we have parents who are in their old age, who've got different ailments that they are suffering from. It can be diabetes, can be BP, it can be this, it can be that. And as our parents get older, even their parents, the way they think is way different. They are more dependent on someone. Even the way they think, the way they approach things tend to be different how they used to do things when they were still capable and independent on their own. So when you have an older parents and you come home during holidays or when you can, and you observe how it is that it's not really easy to take care of somebody at that age, and it needs patience and it needs love. So you marry a wife, and then the whole family, your sisters and the whole family, they're expecting your wife to take care of your mother. Do you think that is fair, and do you think that is practical? Because the way, I can make an example, the way my mom used to think before is not the way she thinks now. The kind of care that she needs is not the kind of care that you find your parent was very independent, a very independent person. But because of, the damages of being ill and all that, they need more extra care. Do you really think it is practical, like I said, to expect your wife to be the one to take care of your parents? I'll understand if you don't have sisters. That's another issue. But I think it's something that needs to be discussed in a home, and a conscious decision that is made. It must not be by default and automatic that the daughter-in-law who comes in a home, she needs to take care of your parents. You yourself, you cannot take care of your parents. You yourself, remember, taking care of parents, it's not female job only. It's the task of all the children, female and males. It's their responsibility. But what tends to happen in most homes, when sons they have wives, they expect the wives to be wives to them. They expect the wives to be superheroes in the home. When they come home, they must be working like slaves. When they come home, they must be taking of their parents. You find the daughters just come in wearing the makeup and lipstick. They will be critiquing everything that is being done in a home. When they leave that home, they'll be saying this and this is not being done in the right way. And you find that they are comfortable in their homes. And you as a man, you're expecting your wife to take that responsibility. I think it's time that we sit down with our parents. It's time we sit down with our siblings and discuss the way forward, how to take care of our parents. And you find that your mother can say she was not, when visitors come, you may find that she says she was not given food. Or she may say the food that she was given was not enough. And we find that it's not true. So when people come, they leave your home or her home saying that the daughter-in-law is mistreating your mother, which is not true. You find that she snaps over a little thing that doesn't really matter. You find that she'll be asking every little thing that you're doing. She wants to know why, where, what, how. So if you expect your wife to take care of your parents, was it part of the marriage communication when you guys were talking about marriage? Did you sit down and talk about it? Did you sit down and say, I'm marrying you to be my wife, and I'm marrying you so that you can take care of my parents? Because sometimes we marry people with different agenda than what the other person's agenda is. If you see that your parent, their condition is deteriorating, do you consider to hire a professional person? A nurse will come and check now and again. Do you consider to hire a helper who is trained and then to take care of her also? Let's say your wife is not working. Let's take an example. Your wife is not working, but she's home. She's staying with your parents or your parent. Do you give her extra help for her to be able to cope? And then you turn around, you and your siblings, you say that she doesn't take care of your parent. I think that expectation is too much, and it's something that even yourself, you can't do it. So these are the questions that we need to discuss when we're getting into marriage. We must discuss our parents. We must discuss, what if this happened? How do we deal with it? Most of the time we are reactive to situations, but we don't plan them accordingly. And it's not automatic also that sibling who is at home, it's their responsibility to take care of the parent. Do you acknowledge that it's a lot of job? Or when you come home, you are critiquing, hey, this is not how it should be done. They should have done this, that. You are a principal standing there with a cane and pointing what was supposed to be done or what was supposed to not have been done. It's holidays now. Most of us are at home. We have come back home. We can spend, instead of spending your time with friends, running around and gallivanting, spend time with your parents. Get to know them. Get to know the situation. Get to know their daily routine. Get to know what is it that they like. Get to notice the changes which are there. Get quiet time with them where they can talk to you about what is in their thoughts. Get into their minds also. As much as they are sitting there, they are not active like before, but they are not parcels where you just come home and you just greet and you pass. I think with this also, Kororo, it has helped because it's made us to re-evaluate our lives, and it forced us to stay at home than to be gallivanting everyone. Our parents are not going to be with us forever. But this issue of families expecting the daughters-in-law to take care of their mother-in-law, I think it's the expectation, it's unrealistic and it's unfair. It's unfair because you find that your sisters are somewhere having their lives. Holidays, they're doing as they please, but your wife must be seated here with no even help. You don't even consider to get extra help. I'm not saying daughters-in-law cannot take care of their parents-in-law. They can help where they are, but it must not be a demand or expectations. And even if they are put in that position or they find themselves in that position, let be an issue where it's discussed and find where you can assist her so that she can cope, because it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. These are the things that we need to talk about when we get into marriage. When you start talking about marriage, we have to talk about these things. But most of the time the butterflies are too much in the stomach. We ignore to discuss such important issues. You yourself, you cannot sit with your mother or your dad for days because they have certain needs and this and that. But it's easy for you to expect that your sister-in-law must come and do that for your parent. It's easy for you to sit there and you don't lift a finger, and then your parent's got these needs and you are just looking at this daughter-in-law or your wife to do everything. Is that fair? We must not be afraid to talk about such issues because we are afraid to talk about preparation for our parents when they're old and taking of them until their death. And it's not only about them, even ourselves. Even ourselves. Are you making arrangements for your old age? Are you communicating the things that you like? Do you look at different scenarios that if you can find yourself being bedridden, or you can find yourself when you reach that age, you are home? What if you need more care? Do you discuss such things with your loved ones? Do you make provisions if you have to have insurances or to save money for those rainy days? Because also medical care, it is expensive. So while you are back at home, while you are off work, while your mind, I hope it's relaxed and everything, I think you need to relook at how we do things. Holidays are coming now, at least because of Kororo. Some of the wives were dreading to go back to their in-laws because when they get there, they're expected to be slaves. So this Kororo has helped because people are staying put where they are. And we're not supposed to be too many in the house. When it's December times, your sister's children come, your brother's children comes, and then your wife have to be cleaning after everyone. And you find it funny. And each time when she's supposed to rest, you find that she's got a career. She's supposed to rest. And then when you go back, she's rejuvenated. But when she goes back, she's even extra tired. But because you're not a man enough, you keep on telling her, no, love, it's just a few weeks and then it's over. Every year you keep telling her, no, it will be better. No, just stomach it. But you won't do the same. You don't go to a home and then you get worked up and all that. And then you don't even stay at home. You find that you are gallivanting, catching up with your old friends or sitting with your friends in the yard, and this woman is expected to cook. Is expected to clean up after everyone. Basalane, let us repent, because sometimes it's our partners who bring the bad vibe between your wife and your family, because you as a man cannot take a decision. You cannot make a stand and to relook at this life and look where your parents are and the environment and say this is what is needed. But you want to compromise this woman because you have paid the cows. You want to compromise her because you feel she's your wife, but you don't demand the same thing from your sisters. The best person to look after your parents, this is the reality, is the daughters. Yes, the boys can contribute financially, but it's the daughters. Because even if the mother or the father is starting to act up or whatever, they've got dementia, they've got this and that, their own child will be more patient. Even if they can get angry for 2 minutes, it will be 2 minutes and it's over. We never plan for such things, and it's like men marry women to be nursing aid for their parents. You marry women to be their nursing aid. You marry women to be cleaners when there are functions at your homes. I hope with this Kororo people, you can be able to reevaluate how you do things. Because you cause so much enormity between her and your parents and your sibling also. Because your siblings, because you have set the presidency, you have set the standard. They expect that she must be a superwoman. When she's home, she's expected to do this and this and that. let us repent, bazalwane. Even us sisters, sisters-in-law, we've got demands. We're expecting this woman to be doing this and that. We're expecting her, you know, to be superwoman, to have magic and all that. You yourself, you don't stay with your parents for long. You can't stay with your mother or your dad for a week and take care of them, whatever. You just come and say, hi, how are you? I just come around, and then you sleep for 2 days and you're gone. You don't even know the pain they feel during the night. You don't even know the things that they go through. You don't even know the medication that they take. But you're expecting this child who came because of marriage to know it all. I hope you reevaluate your life on how you do things. And you bring so much resentment, which is not necessary. And it's not because you are man enough. You are not man enough if you cannot discuss such issues. And then you take a stand as a man and you help your wife, because it brings so much. You rather please your parents and please your sisters at the expense of your wife. And you tell her, no, just stomach it, it's just for a few weeks. We are there for a few weeks. Really? I hope you heard me. I hope you heard me.